that. But when I came to being Mike, nobody wanted that. And I tell people this, I say this all the time, baby, no. I say I lost a lot of people, but I found me.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
And that's what matters the most. So.
Above all, you keep your clarity, you keep your focus, you keep your sense of love, and you keep your sense of purpose.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Singly Gay Podcast. And I want to introduce my other Judiee co-hostess for the mostest, Mr. Siavon.
What up, though? How y'all doing? What's poppin', Judiee? How you been, friend?
Got all of that going on for shizzle my nizzle. And I'm your host here as well, Aquarius Kelly. Y'all know how we do. Now, tonight's topic, we are talking about OnlyFans, y'all.
This is my favorite topic, friend.
We talking about OnlyFans, and I don't mean like the fans that you put in your window to cool down. Right?
No, we talk about the OnlyFans. You know, I had a friend tell me the other day, I live that OnlyFans type of life.
Ooh. I mean, well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't with you. But who we talking to today about OnlyFans, though, friend?
I mean, I had people think the pictures that I post, they thought I was living the OnlyFans lifestyle. I said, where? Who said where? Where? Because it's not happening, boo. It's just not happening. But however, we definitely got more to come with touching on this topic now. It's just we're doing things a little ahead of schedule as per usual because we have some special Judies that are going to come through and drop on through and have a good conversation with us about this lovely little topic here, you know, because I couldn't pick I don't know. Should I tell y'all I should just wait and keep it as a surprise?
Keep it no. I mean, you can talk about them, but keep it a little bit of surprise. Just give it a little
right,
bit.
You know.
Give it a little bit.
Get a little bit. So just a little bit. I've always wanted to have this topic of conversation, but I felt like doing it with these two lovely couples was going to be amazing because they can give more insight in and out the situations up and down. However, you know, with that being said, my loves, I would like to sit here and introduce y'all to the special Judies of the evening. I would like to introduce Mr. Mike and Mr. Monty. How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, fellas?
Very good. How are you all?
Doing great, honey. Y'all look so glowy over there. I'm just like, y'all look like y'all didn't put on some good youth cream or something. Like y'all didn't...
Well, you know, we're the owners of a new salon called Therapeutic Aesthetics. And we work on skin. So we have to have good skin so that other people will know that what we do will work for them.
Yes. That part. Y'all might have to come and see y'all. You know, them masking things be breaking me out. I'm gonna have to start wearing like them alien helmets or something.
I cannot with you, friend. I can't with you.
Friend, I'm just saying, you got to look good in these streets. Yeah. Have you seen some of these like 20, 21, 22-year-olds? Like, they looking a little crazy. They look older than me.
They do.
Tell them to drink that water.
Period.
You'd be surprised how so many of them I don't drink H2O. I said, well, how do you cleanse your body? I'm confused. Like you.
I mean, our body is like 85% water.
I can survive on water.
Yes. Made of water, yeah.
So, you know, we wanted to have y'all pop on through here and get in this gig with us to have this special conversations with our Judies that watch us every Friday at 10 p.m. So y'all know we out here talking about OnlyFans because I feel like the people want to know.
Yeah.
How does it work? Does it work? Can it work for some, for most, or maybe depending on if you choose that field of your choice?
Okay, so let me answer the questions that you just asked, and then Babe can answer them his way. Does it work for everybody? No. No, it doesn't. There are people who are better looking than us, have better bodies than us, which is hard to have a better body than this one, right? It's very hard to have a better body than him.
I seen his body. His body's amazing.
I'm seeing it through the shirt.
Okay.
He had some pictures out there that we took when we were in Florida. He had on a green swimsuit, and it's. I sleep with him every night, and I'm still amazed every day. Every day, that body's crazy. So there are people who are better looking, have better bodies, bigger names, all of that, and they still don't do well on OnlyFans. So no, everybody can't do it. Is it something that I think people should do? I think people should follow their heart. And for me, when I kind of tell my story, how I got into it, you all will kind of understand. So what you think, babe?
I think it's a market for everyone to make it. We just get along with each other. I don't know.
That's how you do it.
help each other, help me to get, here and there. I think everybody can help each other out,
I mean, yeah, because it's, when you watch, because I've seen some people on OnlyFans, what I get from it is literally the chemistry is what, two parties bring, to the scene, or how they can make it better and stuff like this. But also I feel like, because Mike, as you said, some people can probably do OnlyFans, but some people just don't make it depending on like their look and aesthetic and stuff like that. But I think that OnlyFans, you also, you got the body and you sexy, but you actually have to bring personality into it. If the personality ain't there, it's like, why am I watching this? Like, what's going on in here?
Let me say this. Thank you all for this invitation. We are so grateful. We don't ever, when anybody wants to have an interview with us, from whether it's, in a very popular magazine or website to people who just started yesterday, we count it as an honor. We're so grateful because you all don't have to see our light, but y'all do, and I'm grateful for that.
I'm grateful for y'all being here. You know how I said, I wanted to have a conversation about something, and I felt like y'all were the best people for it because, yes, it's a lot of ups and downs when it comes to folks that do,
my question was
the type of things you guys do when it comes to OnlyFans, but you have your own businesses, so you don't.
Well,
you don't let OnlyFans define you, and you have people that they do OnlyFans and they think because they do it, it's like I'm the shit. Like I got this, and people pay me for this, and it's just like, well, that's all you got to give.
Did OnlyFans, Thai Couture, and I didn't want to do OnlyFans. I said I would never do OnlyFans. Matter of fact, me and him got into many arguments about me not doing OnlyFans, and because it was something that he just felt was right. One day he came to me. He was just like, "Are you a king or are you a clown?" He was like, "We videotape our sex anyway. Why not monetize it and make money?" And I've always videotaped ever since I was with my ex-husband. I've always videotaped me having sex, and I had all these sex videos in my phone, and they're just sitting there, and I'm sitting on a gold mine, from what he was saying. I didn't know it at the time, and little by little, that's kind of how I got it.
But so how many years was that for you though?
That was back in 2018 that the first video came out, but when the video came out, it went viral. Like there were over 1 million, like that. Like Ty made so much money off of like a 2 or 3 minute video of us having sex. Like he made a lot of money, but that was also because I was a very well-known pastor. And because I was a very well-known pastor, people were shocked. People were like, "Oh my God," and they just couldn't believe it. But little did I know that was setting me up for like the greatest season of my life.
Right.
And like for me, let me just clear this up. A lot of people think I was forced into it by now,
a lot
and
of
that's
people
not the
say
truth.
that.
Wow.
Something that intrigued me about sexuality, just being sexually free and fluid, that I just wanted to invite myself to it. So I was like, "Can I do this, babe?" He said, "If you want to, it's up to you." So with no gun to my head, and then, like some people think, "Oh, he made you do it." No, it's nothing like that.
Right, because I'm usually, when you see like couples get together, that's like the first thing somebody say. If they see you do something like you wasn't doing before you got with someone, it's like, well, he doing it because they together and they got them, and it's just like, you forget that one, that's a whole human being. Two, like, I'm an adult. I have a mind of my own. If I'm doing something, it's because I want to, not because of who I'm with is forcing me. They not giving me no ultimatum like, well, if you don't do this with me, we can't be together.
Although Ty did, let's be honest, he did say that, but I didn't care because I was like, I'm never gonna do it. And then one day we were in Florida on a vacation, and we were having sex, and I just picked up the phone and did it, and I was able to make him ejaculate without him touching himself, like I do.
That's a magic trick, okay?
No, what's so crazy is though, as I'm sitting here with you, what you give off in the camera is totally different in who you are as a person. Because I was just watching one of your videos today, and I was like, he's very aggressive in the bed. But now I'm talking to you, you give me like this wholesome, humble, you know what I'm saying, genuine, kind-hearted person. So that's what it's definitely like, it's amazing me right now just to meet you and have this conversation with you. It's like, it's different.
Yeah, I think if like for all of the really successful guys in OnlyFans, they're all like that. You see something on video, but they're very different in person. But for me, my calling, my purpose, the vision that the purpose of why I was sent to this earth has not changed. I'm still going to be everything that I'm supposed to be. I thought getting into OnlyFans would help me shed that pastor image because I didn't want to be that. And I still don't want to be that. I don't ever want to be a Christian again in my life. I don't believe the way I used to believe. I don't see things the way I used to see them. And I graduate from school in December with my PhD. And thank you. And, thank you, Ben. And so there are two parts to me. And I always said this for years. I always said there's two things I can do really well. And that's preach and that's fuck. I never thought that I would be able to combine the two because being raised the way I was always told that wouldn't happen. But I would like to say this, Tank is the reason that I have the strength to still be who I am and my calling and my purpose and my destiny, and you all still see the other side of me. I was at a concert and I remember the girls had their arms up in the air and they were crying, and he was talking about, making sure you're strong and being self-sufficient and learning to love yourself and healing from the shit you've been through. That moment changed my life, and I've been different ever since.
I know that's right. It always takes somebody with a good song and good words of wisdom that will get you through the day. Right. My 1800 tends to get me through the moments.
I can't.
Some preach and minister, and I cocktail. That's my ministry.
Yes. And I promise you all, when I do become a pastor again, because I know that's coming, I know that one, I'm going to be a very honest and transparent pastor. I'm never going to stop being polyamorous. That's who I am. I'm never going to stop
coming to your church.
Listen, I'm just being honest. And I'm going to always fight for sex workers' rights. I'm going to always fight for cannabis rights. And we will never raise tithes and offering in my church, ever.
Come on now. Are y'all going to have ATMs at y'all church like the other churches do, where you got to pull the money out and put money in?
We will never raise an offering when I become a pastor again. Now, I have a few years before that comes because I have to, come to the end of my little hoe phase. Mm-hmm. And it's happening. So we've been working on building our polyamorous family now. So we have a couple potential people that we're looking at that we're going to partner with, and then that will be my circle, and I will not have sex outside of that circle.
Okay. So what made right? What made you guys get together? What made you guys get together and look at one another and was like, you know what? This is the person for me. This is the person I know I'm meant to be with and build with. Like, how did y'all get to that place?
We started out as friends.
Yeah.
We had long conversations, and it was just over a year or so. We just said, "Hey, let's try it out."
Right. To this day, we don't know the exact date that we became a couple. We don't know. Wow. I do know that before he ever gave me any pussy, he made me wait over a year. We just had this conversation. He made me wait over a year,
Yes.
but that was also because we were both in relationships. I was willing to cheat. Because I was over that relationship that we were, you know, and God already told me to leave that relationship, and I just didn't because I was hoping that, you know, things would get better or whatever. And we waited, and we just became friends, and we hung out, and we spent time together at the gym, and that's what kind of created the bond. And then after his relationship was over and my relationship was over, we
still remained friends.
And
it just happened.
It just happened. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to happen. I hate when folks want to, like, because they feel whatever they feel in the moment, it's just like they look at the person like, oh, we should just be together like this. You don't feel this, like this should be something. I'll be looking like, I just met you like 30 seconds ago.
It's definitely attraction there. It just, you know, just
the timing. Yeah, the timing. It was about the timing. And, you know,
the thing was just.
Yeah, y'all are preaching to me right now. Y'all just don't even understand. Like y'all are straight preaching to me right now. Because I'm in a relationship now, and I've been struggling with just trying to understand, finding that place of mutual understanding, friendship and sexual understanding. And I feel like I'm a little bit more advanced than my partner, but it's like we struggle with the communication part. So just listening to you guys and seeing you guys, it's like really like, I'm gonna need to stay in touch with y'all to get some pointers.
Well, we definitely appreciate that. We're just determined to live an honest life. I spent my whole life lying.
Okay.
I get emotional every time I talk about it, but I spent my whole life lying. My whole life was built on lies, because in ministry, they teach you that. You don't let people know the truth. You don't let people see you struggle. You don't let people know the real side of you. You don't let people know that you're really a freak. You don't let people know what you really want sexually. There was a video that came out of a young lady, a black young lady. She was beautiful, and she was having a group sex with like 3 guys. And somebody posted the video and said, how many girls would love to do this, but because you fear what people say, you would never try it, or if you did, you could never be honest. And that's how most people in church live. They live this life where they can't tell the truth. Like they can't tell all my preacher friends that are still preaching, some of them got wives, and they still call me to hook them up with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do that anymore. I told God, I said, if I have to go to hell, just let me go, because I don't want to lie no more. And I didn't know that I could live my truth and still have a dope-ass relationship with God. I'm probably more anointed now than what I've ever been. God has used me to change more lives now than what I've ever done. I probably preach more now in settings like our DMs and our OnlyFans. Most of them are prayer requests.
I know that's right.
So I had to stop living that lie, and I wanted to be with someone who I could just tell everything to and put my truth out there.
Yeah.
I didn't know, I thought for sure he would not accept me because, you know, I was like, I like to have sex with multiple people. My favorite type of sex is me and 3 niggas.
It was hard at first because I didn't understand, but then I did understand.
I was gonna have to ask that. Was it hard for you to even accept that?
It was at first, but then I was like, wait a minute, I've been down this rodeo before, because I've been in polyamorous relationship. It wasn't the same exact like this, but yeah, it was like I do my thing, he does his thing, then we don't talk about it. You know, solo projects as I call it.
Yeah, and that would never work for me. I wanted my partner to know everything, to experience things with me, and God gave me what I asked for.
I mean, you know, because I always tell people communication is
talk, Mike. We gotta talk. You are like
that's why I say communication is
like you don't,
and nobody know how to communicate. Like no one really knows how to communicate, and even in the healthiest form of communicating, it's like you could do that, right? But some of them are not in the space to be like, honestly, this is me.
Right.
This is how I feel about X, Y, and Z. Right. Like, I'd rather say it because I don't want to feel like I'm being suffocated or I'm lying about who I am, but these just certain things that this is how I feel. So like, now that I feel this way, then I'm sharing this, like, what do you feel about that? What do you want to do with this? Because people just, I don't know. it's so many things when it comes to relationships and how ups and down they can be, but because of one wrong, you know, wire crossing in communication, it never reads or looks the same.
You know,
and it's
let me tell you why. This is the reason why. What people don't know about me is, one, like, I'm a therapist. That's what I do. Like, people think that, you know, because I do OnlyFans, that's all we do. Like, y'all, we have so many things coming. Just watch. Y'all have no idea. But one of the number one reason why people do that is because they move too fast to connect and hook up with people. Because when someone is your friend, you don't have to impress them. You're able to present your real self. But if I come to you and we're on our first date, I've never met you, but I want to impress you, I'm going to present everything that I think you would like. And so when you start to fall in love with what I present, then I can't tell you my truth, because by this time you done already told me how you felt about this or how you felt about that. So I can't tell you what I really am or who I really am, because now I got to live to impress you. So my goal and mission in life, the reason God sent me to this earth, is to help people find the strength to live authentically. That is my whole purpose of breathing. That's why I'm here, because nobody helped me. Everybody had expectation, but no one helped me. And then it didn't help that I was anointed, because then that just raised everybody's expectation. Like, I couldn't help that I was a preacher. I couldn't help that I was anointed. I couldn't help I had a prophetic gift in my life. I couldn't help that. But when I came to being Mike, nobody wanted that. And I tell people this, I say this all the time, baby, no. I say I lost a lot of people, but I found me.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
And that's what matters the most. So
I mean, look at that, because once you found you, it helped Monty to see you. Because sometimes my grandmother always told me it takes that one special person, just that one. You know, you may not get them in the beginning, but it's gonna be just somebody you ain't expect in a crowd somewhere, and it's like, I see you. I see
trying.
Because it's a power thing. Because that's why, like, and like we touched on topics before this in conversations and stuff. That's why I'm like, I have followed you for so long, because your videos really helped me get through some stuff. And then to see you got, you know, like the way that you speak about certain things, very positive, the messages that you give, and then you like, well, I do OnlyFans, like, this is just me, but then I'm not all OnlyFans. In the midst of that, you ended up creating a business, opening your business. That's why, for like, when I watch y'all, for me and I always say this, and I say this to my Judiee, you know, because me and Siobhan, we talk about it. I'm like, no, baby, they are the Cinderella of OnlyFans. Like, I ain't never seen nobody turn motherfucking pumpkin into a carriage like this. Like, this is some whole new shit. And like, you know, I have my own opinions and gripes about certain folks that do certain, you know, OnlyFans. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, I feel like when you got your vision, you got a goal, and you foresee what the fuck you doing and where you going, it's gonna make sense. Now, if you're doing OnlyFans and you blowing all of this money and I don't see nothing, what are you doing?
A lot of guys that we know that do OnlyFans, they're always broke, always. And they have more numbers than us. They make more money than us, but they're always broke. But that's because they have a broke mentality. A broke mentality is, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna spend, you know, $1,000, and we know them. Like, they'll go, won't pay their rent, but they'll go and buy Beyonce's newest, you know, Ivy Park, just for pictures. You know what I mean? We're not like that. Like, we really took our money, and we still do, and we're investing it into businesses, because before I leave this earth, I need to make sure that my grandson has $10 million, so he will never struggle. Never have the issues that I had. Never. I want us, if I go before him, I want him to have millions of dollars. And if he decides to remarry or get with someone else, one, that they will never touch that money. It'll be all for him, and he can live his life. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We have to start thinking legacy. And I'm 43. I came in the game
same
late.
Thing.
Come on, 43. That's a good 43 right there, honey.
43.
Child, you 10 years older than me.
Yeah, I'm 43.
slow down.
I mean, you have to work towards that. And I think, and like you said, that's because people they're broke because they're broken. And I think it also stems from, depending on your background, your community, where you come from. Most Black men of color, you're not taught about finances.
Right.
You're not taught about how to save your money. You ain't taught about invest, but you are definitely taught how to live check to check.
Right.
To pillow to post.
Right. And
so we got to do better.
And then you gotta think about this. A lot of guys, because OnlyFans seems like it's so easy, there are a lot of people who never held down a job before in their life. They've never been committed to anything, but then they can get on here, swing their dick, fuck a little bit, and then they make thousands of dollars. So a lot of these people have not had an opportunity to really learn how to, establish, and neither did I.
In the real world.
Yeah, neither did I. But I got tired of being broke.
Say it again. You gotta say it. We'll say it for the people in the back. You got tired of being what?
I got tired of being broke.
Okay. So I got a question. How do y'all go about, because I'm gonna shift the gears a little bit. How do y'all go about picking people to shoot with?
Go ahead. This is good. We have a system.
Why you put me on the spot like that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I can slide my way in.
Well,
okay.
So we FaceTime them, or we'll do IG, FaceTime, and see how the vibe goes, or even hang out and see how the vibe goes. Have a drink or something. Don't even, just chill.
Like, we don't rush it. That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We don't rush it.
And if it's not right, it's all good. No hard feelings.
Right.
It just wasn't meant.
And we've had people turn us down. We've had people say, I'm not filming with y'all, or no. I mean, they always come back. But we've had.
And then by that time, we were like,
we're over.
Yeah.
But our system is like,
chance.
But our system is like, if one of us meets someone, we'll meet them, we'll talk to them a lot, on our one-on-one.
Right.
And we'll find them, make sure they're not crazy, make sure that they're, consistent. And then we'll introduce the idea to the other person. And then after the other person checks them out, we'll give them their IG. And we judge a lot of things by what you post. If you're on there posting, motherfuckers, like, I can't stand this, and one day you up, one day you down. No.
Missy, you don't want the miss.
Calling people, no. Like, because what people don't understand is social media is your Bible. That is your personal Bible. And what you put out there is exactly what you're experiencing. Most people, statistics show people do not lie on social media. Now, they post pictures of course, some people do. But for the majority, 90% of people are honest on social media. So you get a chance to see who they really are. So then after we become comfortable with that, then we'll set up a video call, and then we'll kind of vibe, and then we'll say, once we got the phone, we're like, yo, how you feel about that? Yeah, da. And then there's times he said no. And once one of us say no,
it's a rarity for that, but it's like, we've had some downfalls as well. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and because I don't want people to think that everything has been wonderful.
It's not.
We have spent. There's one person in particular.
We won't name anybody.
Definitely. But we
don't have to.
We really wanted to film with them. We really, really, really wanted to film with them, and we spent probably altogether maybe about $6,000 trying to film with them.
That was the first time in the same. It was Florida,
yeah. So we traveled to DC, then we traveled to Florida, and we spent a lot of money just trying to film with them. DC. And this is my fault, because the first time we met, God spoke to me and God said, "This is not for filming. This is for you to be an influence in their life." But I was thinking like, "Yo, the money is gonna be great." Da. And so that was a mistake that I made, because I should have listened to the universe, and I didn't. So that was a very costly mistake on so many levels, because now we're not even cool with those people anymore, because of the simple fact that when it came right down to it, they didn't care. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, my assignment is over. So,
And that I'm telling you, I felt every bit of that shit hurt. I'm sorry.
It was a lot. Yeah. So, but that was probably our only bad experience.
I mean, not the we didn't want to film thing. It was the money. I was like, oh,
we spent a lot of money.
No, I can definitely understand that, because $6,000 just to shoot with somebody, and you're having all of these complications. I mean, at the end of the day, I would have stopped at 1,000. I'm sorry. I didn't part that was like, I'm over.
Right, like from flying to getting a hotel or Airbnb, food. And not to mention the Lyft and oh my God,
Lyft and Uber. And
nightmare.
Y'all, I would have stopped it. I would have been, nope, we're done.
So we have a new policy now. We don't spend money. Like at the end of the day, if it's not something that we can actually do to make money, we don't spend money. And what I do now is, as a top, like I'm not about to wear myself out. I have one night that I film. Whoever's filming with me that night, get that pussy ready. Let's get it going.
Okay.
We're gonna film.
So Derek.
And we're gonna have it, and then you're gonna go. I'm gonna film with the next person. Let's get it. Boom. I'm gonna film with the next person. And if you can't handle that, if you're like, oh, that's too much for me, then I don't even want to fuck you anyway, because I really only like sluts and hoes. So at the end of the day, you know, it is what
Free
it is.
spirits, I call it.
You go to town. You go to town.
Look, he done dropped his gum.
He's spitting out the gum. Like, I was nervous.
No, he definitely do, because child, I seen him go to town on one of my friends. I was like, I didn't even know that they knew each other. And I was watching the video. I said, bitch, this.
Y'all haven't seen anything yet. The new content that we have coming out, we're going to a whole nother level. I'm tired of being the nice guy. It's time for me to savage these hoes, and that's what I'm here to do.
I mean, because at the end of the day, like, it's still a business.
It's a business, exactly.
It's still a business. You got to make them hoes sign NDAs.
Yeah, it is what it is. And what we don't do, and let's make sure we put this out there, we do not mix our business at Therapeutic Aesthetics with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So we've had people come and they're like, oh my God, okay, so you gave me a booty facial. Are you gonna eat my ass? No, bitch. You're gonna pay me my, well, first of all, you can't even come here if you don't pay. That's number one.
Okay.
The day you book is the day you pay. And you don't have to give me no tip because I already got the money and it's not refundable. So we do not mix that.
Yeah.
We do not mix that, and we will never mix that, because this is my job and this is my hustle. And my hustle is amazing, and I'm grateful for the money we've been blessed with. Thank you, God.
Okay.
But this is my job, and I'm building something for my kids.
I know that's right, because I was about to say, please don't end up like what's the one guy, he the barber. He do the.
So let me say this.
Yeah.
His job is not what you see, right? Okay. He has a job in a salon. That's his salon. What he does is provide a fantasy for people. Every one of us that have ever been to the barber, and that barber is getting up between your, on top of your lips, and his dick rubs up against you. Well, he does that as a fantasy thing. I've had conversations with him. He's an amazing guy. People have tried to really come against him, shut him down. But the thing is, what y'all see is done in his house or wherever he is, but it's not in his salon.
I figured that, because I'm like, I really couldn't tell, but I'm like, barber, I was just thinking, the way I was thinking, like, if I'm coming for a cut, I'm coming for a cut. I'm not doing.
No, it's a fantasy.
The salon of the house, I'm like, I need a haircut. No.
It's a fantasy. He does, it's two totally different things. But when I tell you, he is extremely successul at OnlyFans because he provides a fantasy. And so do I, because people love that whole preacher thing.
Yeah. I mean, because you got to have a story. You got to have something that people can buy into. And it's just like, if I see it and I'm like, do I want to get him this subscription money? I mean, I might like it. I might really like it and don't know I like it. Yeah. So if I watch a couple more videos, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just go ahead and pay y'all real fast.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to, if you're not a person that can sell personality and fantasy, like literally, I say 5 seconds into your video, I'm like, no, this is some bullshit. I don't swipe right, swipe left, something. I'm not watching this. This is like.
And you know who understood this? One of your favorite singers, Prince. Prince understood this down. Where Michael Jackson had that real clean cut image, Prince was like, no. We're going to sell sex because sex sells everything. And what we don't realize, you can't sell food, cars, homes, clothes, nothing without first selling sex. We are a sex-driven society because as humans, psychologically, we are sexually driven. And until we stop demonizing sex, like we don't look, now let me tell y'all, we have very intimate moments, but it's not when we're fucking. Our intimate moments are when we're like cuddled in the bed and we're watching Golden Girls.
Okay.
I was just about to say, those are that.
I'm whispering in his ear, and my chest is against his back, and I'm holding him, and we're talking. Like, that's what makes us a couple. Fucking is like playing basketball. Like, nigga, let's get out here, bust this nut, and like, let's get it. Right. He knows all my secrets. Stuff that I never told my ex-husband, stuff that I never told my exes. He knows all. If anyone could ever destroy me, it would be him. So.
Because he got the key to everything. He got the key to the bomb.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I mean, you gotta look. That's a good thing, and I feel like that. I've always said like certain little things like that because people think. Some people, not all, maybe all, I don't know. But some people think that, sex is the end all be all. And I'm like, sex don't really bring you closer to nobody. It don't really keep you with the person. Like that's just what it is for the moment. I'm like, it's so many other, different entities and layers to a lot of stuff. Yeah. So to think that this is what's gonna child back.
If we and again, and this is no disrespect to anyone who's a Christian, but most of our society is based on Christian beliefs, and until we fully understand Christianity and until we fully understand history, we will never really be able to fully understand why we believe what we believe. Mm-hmm. We as Black people, we come from Africa where sex is not deemed what we have now deemed it as, but now Christianity has infiltrated Africa. So when we talk about like polyamory and things like that, in our poly family, sex is probably going to be the last thing on the list. I'm creating a family for unconditional love, unconditional support. If you're part of our family, we're going to make sure your dreams come true. If I'm becoming a millionaire, everybody in my poly family will be a millionaire. If I'm working hard, we're all going to work together. So I can tell you this. I can't tell you who the people are, but I can tell you this. Like one of the guys who we're considering is in school to be an attorney. One guy is a professor at a college, and young, like younger than me, of course. One guy is a very well-known singer. Another guy, basically what I'm saying, like all of us are like doing something. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so the goal is just to have an unconditional space within us to be able to come together, have fun, travel together, be sexual when we're on trips and things like that. But the goal at the end of the day is that when we are all together, everybody leaves empowered and ready to conquer the world. That's my goal.
It's that support. People don't have that support system.
Yeah.
And it's not just dudes either. It's women, trans man, trans woman too. Yeah. Like, we actually have a trans man.
Yeah, we do. We do. So we have a trans man.
So I was because I saw in that last video. Was that a trans man in the video? In the last video, I told you I saw in the last video. I saw the most recent video.
If
the clip. I would say I saw the clip.
But we've had him in there before.
Yes, he's
like twice.
Yeah, he's been twice. But if you all saw the way I ate that pussy,
okay.
I tried to catch it, y'all. Like
it was ever so. Yeah, it was. So and then our trans man is actually still able to have children, and he is very open to the idea of having a child for everyone in our poly family.
Oh, I like that. I want kids one day, just not right now. They expensive, and I got like life going on.
Yeah,
so I can't do kids.
But let me say this about OnlyFans, since we're talking about OnlyFans. OnlyFans is shifting. They're shifting from sex work, which I want to say this, and I hope that someone from OnlyFans will see this video, and if not, let's make sure that they do. I think it's horrible that OnlyFans built their empire on the back of sex workers.
Right.
And now that they have become a great conglomerate that they have become, now they want to shift out of sex work and make it more for celebrities so that they can come on there and just do, everyday things and their fans follow them. And it's working, which now they're getting bigger sponsors and, you have more people coming in. So it's very disheartening because now, again, sex workers have built
They have built their whole legacy.
Exactly. And now we get pushed to the back. I am a very proud sex worker, and I will always be a very proud sex worker, even when I'm no longer doing sex work, because I know that this is work. It's not fun. I know we make it look fun, right? And then there's fun sometimes, like that last video y'all just saw.
That part.
But it's work.
Right. That looked like
fun night. Yeah. Fun night.
Okay. Yeah, because when I seen that article, I'm like, they doing what?
Yeah.
I said, so what the girls that's their only, occupation, what they gonna do? Because Child Tumblr's already gone. And then Pornhub didn't erase just about everything.
Well, the reason why, what they have to do now, they're going to have to go and to build their own websites. And I do want to give a plug to my ex-husband, we love him like our brother. He actually builds websites, so people who are on OnlyFans can then go to build their website. Twitter is not changing, so you'll still be able to lead people to your website. So hopefully OnlyFans workers will start listening.
That part.
And they will understand, take your content and start putting it onto a website so that you'll be able to make the shift very easy. Because if you have to, like our OnlyFans is $14.99 a month, whether you pay it to OnlyFans or whether you pay it directly to a website, it's still the same. You get what I'm saying? You can't let people have that much power over your life.
Right.
Yeah, no, definitely not when you build it. Like I said, when you building things and you it's going for you because you know what the end goal is, you know what you're trying to create. So it's just like if OnlyFans like, oh, this is what y'all want to do, then let me start setting myself up because this is what I'm about to do. Because you're not gonna stop this. You ain't stopping this train at all. So you got to be smart about how you move and just make sure that your people know I'm still here, but I'm letting y'all know this is you gotta move with the train.
There you go.
Going this way.
What else you want to do, go do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to do this kind of work forever.
Like once I graduate college, once I get my PhD, we're done. We're going to be moving on. And let me say this: that's my plan for us to be done. If we're making $100,000 a month at that time, we will not be done. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. But as amazing as money is now, I really do want to shift my life and our family to something different. That I really want to get into my purpose, and that is to empower people. And OnlyFans has provided a platform, put me and Monty in front of millions of people's eyes, and so we have a chance to take the platform and do something great with it, and that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. Well, y'all giving us all these nuggets and knowledge and all of this yummy goodness in these streets and letting these people know how to handle their motherfucking business. It was all we could get. But do y'all like playing games?
We do. Baby's a game.
We do? Because, friend, you know what it's time for. Tea and hot chocolate. Tea and hot chocolate. And hot chocolate. The first thing, tea and hot chocolate. Hey, this is my favorite game to play.
Get it, friend.
Okay. So with tea and hot chocolate, this is how the game go. We gonna ask maybe a couple of questions and whatnot. If the questions that's being asked, if you feel like it's factual, it's some 100% truth in it, then it's tea, right? If not, then it's a shitty mess.
Okay.
It's just a shitty mess. It's hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Make you shit.
That part. And we gonna ask the questions and you give us your answer and just kind of elaborate, give us some insight of why you chose what you chose, and that part.
Right.
See, it's simple, right? It's nothing crazy. We got it. Okay. Tea or hot chocolate, right?
Okay.
Can OnlyFans be beneficial depending on someone's circumstance?
Tea. That's true, right? Tea is interesting. Yeah. If it's beneficial for someone's circumstance, yeah. They can be.
But like, so would like be like the circumstance of like what?
The pandemic, when people were out of work, couldn't find jobs. You know, OnlyFans was popping. So.
I mean, virtually everything was popping because you couldn't really touch nobody, and then the people you was touching is because you already knew them.
Right.
You know, some of them was quarantining for months, well, probably a year at this point.
Yeah.
But you know, that's not a bad thing. I think. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
Come on, Frank. You got a question?
It is always easy to find somebody to record with.
I would say T.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's always. I mean, you know.
It can be. I mean.
Well, it's definitely easier to find bottoms.
Oh yeah.
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 Well, you know they did say it ain't no more tops. I be like, where they at though?
That part.
They have not let me.
Look, I be asking the people like they around. I just think you're looking at the wrong areas. Like
They have not met me, baby. I'm that type that will fuck the breath out your body.
come on, breath. So wait,
Hey, okay for the tagline.
What'd you say?
No, he does not.
I said, did you pump them back up with an air pump when you take the breath?
No, he leaves them breathless.
Now listen, if you all think I'm a mess, you all should talk to my younger brother. And my younger brother, who is a hotter ass mess. When you think I'm, he has nothing on. Like, I have nothing on him. He's
right, now, come on. Now.
I must admit, yeah.
he's crazy. Yeah.
He's about. I must admit, yeah.
Right. I'm like,
oh, I know, because I know.
He's interesting. He's just one of those people.
Oh, you've experienced. Is that what you're saying? You've experienced.
You know what?
it?
No, he's cocky as fuck, and he's very confident, and he delivers.
Like, it's on his mind. Yeah.
All his girls, they all say the same. So he delivers. And then he's pansexual, so that makes it even better.
Yeah.
I gotta learn these acronyms because I'm like, I know some of them, but I'm like, it ain't clicking like a person if that's what they are, like what they do.
Right, pansexuality. Okay, so pansexuality is basically when you're attracted to men, women, trans men, and trans women, and it's basically what attracts you is it's something deeper than the physical or gender. So for me, I'm pansexual because I'm first attracted to someone spiritually. Once I make a spiritual connection with you, that's it. I'm about to have you choked out on the bed, legs up, cream everywhere.
Usually it works with Kojic folk.
That is the You gotta
He said it usually worked with Kojic folk. Okay. Because I was just about to say, I'm like, I've been liking all those type of folks for years. I'm like, so does that mean I've been a pansexual this whole time?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I like men, I like women. I've dated a trans woman before. I've messed around with a trans man before. Look, my thing is this: when I said that I was looking for love, right? I was not about to shortchange myself.
Exactly.
And that can come into many forms, right? However, you know, me and God gonna have to have a conversation after this when I'm done with y'all, because I'm still kind of waiting. And I got rid of the last food that I was dating. Something gotta happen. I'm just saying. I'm being patient. If you want me, right?
All right, friend. Come on for the third question.
What are you trying to say?
Right. I just said, okay. Next and final question.
What are you trying to say?
Tea and hot chocolate.
I think
y'all
I'm
ready?
trying to say, but I'm not sure.
I'm just waiting. So
like, thank you, babe. You just be coming up with some stuff. Okay, so when we talk about being poly, so there's a difference between being polyamorous and being and polygamy. There's two different things. So polygamy is when you have more than one spouse. So I don't want to have more than one spouse because I don't really like being accountable to more than one person, but I am definitely polyamorous. Now, will I be accountable to our partners? Yes, I will be accountable in the sense of, you know, what I say that I'm going to do, I'm going to do. I'm going to be there for them unconditionally, make sure I have their back. But even in our poly family, let's say you are out dating someone else, because again, it's not about sex. And if you're part of our poly family and you want to have sex with someone else, cool. Just come back and tell us about it so we can be like, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But let's say you meet someone and you fall in love and you're like, yo, you know, they want to marry me. We will completely support it. We will be at the wedding. We will be there celebrating with good energy. We will, you know, everything. And if it doesn't work out, you can always come home. We're unconditional, like, period. If you become part of our family, you set for life, period.
So question, y'all would add their partner into the situation?
We would be willing to if
they got married.
Energy was right. Yeah, the energy was right, yes.
I was just about to say, the energy got to be right.
Oh no, I'm saying like the only reason I wanted him to explain the definitions because every time I put it down, I'm in a polyamorous pansexual relationship. And like, what is that? It's like, well, there is Google, you know, I mean, you can research, do your research, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say, you know, when I'm done with this, I'm like, I researched this thing, but I got to go back and look. I got to go back and reread it again.
Yeah, but no, seriously. Our goal is to have a family of complete honesty, and that's what we want. We're feeling it. We want to feel it with those type of people.
Yes, I know that's right. That's how you do it. Let the folks know you got a conversation and communication is key. I keep saying it. I'm keep saying that for the people in the back because people think I'm lying and I ain't lying. Okay. Tea and with that being said, the last question of tea and hot chocolate. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready? So tea and hot chocolate. Because I know y'all do some videos separate, right? Mm-hmm. I can't make a decision, so I want to know whose videos is hotter when y'all usually doing individual stuff with other folks.
No.
Oh, that's easy. Monty's videos are way hotter, and you know, again, his body is just amazing. So, you know, the guys that he filmed with, they're very respectful, very kind. We have conversation. You know, sometimes they hold back because they're afraid of offending me, and I love that that they're willing. But I'm like, bitch, we need to make this video.
Okay. I hear you in the background cheering. I'm like, go harder. Right. You got to go harder. Give it to him.
Because we're solid. Like, he knows I'm not going nowhere. I know he's not going anywhere. And it's not something that I say to like sound good. Like, I know we're best friends. And we don't have a problem saying how we feel. We don't have a problem expressing if something is not a good fit or if it's not working.
And I'm like, maybe, you know, after the discussion, maybe we should just say, well, I just go by myself, because we usually go together.
Right.
It's like, I don't do nothing without him, he don't do nothing without me. But sometimes
it happens. So he filmed a scene just recently, and I wasn't there. And it was cool because
my first time.
I saw that one.
Yeah. Well, no, it hasn't come out yet, but it's coming.
It's coming.
The one you saw.
Okay, there was a different one.
Because we usually film.
Yeah, they're usually together.
We usually film for each other, but this time, no, and like it's all good. And we have one guy who is not part of our poly family, or not even a potential, but he's like a bro bae. And like, nigga got a big old dick. Like, he's sexy. He into me. He into him. But you know, he's mostly top. Y'all go have fun. Kick it. I'm good. I'm working. I'm making this bank. I'm building this empire. So
because you know, and I think people ask those type of questions because some people think that certain gay relationships should be like kind of married to homosexuality, especially when it comes to like the top and the bottom, because it's just that whole like, well, who's the man and who's the woman? And I mean, you the top, you could do that, but I figure that's the bottom, he shouldn't be. And it's just like, what do you mean? Like, there's still a whole man over there. Like, that's
it turns me on. Let me be clear for everybody who watches this. It turns me on to know that another dude has been smashing with my dude. Like, for some people, they're afraid and they're intimidated and they're scared. And what if his dick is bigger than mine? And they go through all those changes. That's just not something that's a challenge for me. When I know that he can smash somebody, he can come right home, baby, and I will smash the fuck out of him. I'd be like, oh, you got that dick? Okay, that's what's up. Let me taste that shit. Come here. You know? Come here. That ass.
Now, for me, at first, I was like, oh, no. These niggas.
Hey, calm down, Mike. You're turning me on. It's a little too much, Mike. Stop.
But yeah.
Stop, Mike. Please, thank you. Stop.
But once babe saw that, you know, like my connection does not sway anything with us.
Right.
And I think that's what people have to do. You have to like let people see that it just doesn't change nothing. Like it's still us.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what it's about. Having fun, being one with one another, building a very strong and sturdy foundation. Because like you said, you guys started as friends, y'all best friends, y'all are lovers, y'all are partners. Look, y'all are even engaged, and honey, they about to go and get married.
Oh my God, wait till y'all see the wedding. And we were going to have like a really, really small wedding. We were like, but like now that like we have the platform and COVID restrictions are lifted, like we just decided like we're going to go all the way out. So we're going to go to Vegas next year.
My favorite place. I love Vegas.
I love Vegas too. And we're going to do it up. We're going to have a wedding at the Stratosphere, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Yeah. We got some great surprises for you all too.
I'm here for that, and y'all look, Judiee, y'all be looking out for these surprises, y'all. Because when I tell you I'm gonna be in the wings waiting, shit, I might contortion myself in one of them motherfucking suitcases and just pop out like I'm here, bitches.
Listen, we're inviting all of our connections, all of our friends. We're inviting everybody because we want people to understand, like, yo, you can just live your truth and still have the life that you want. You know what I mean? My daughter, I have a 19-year-old daughter who loves Monty. And my grandson loves him. We're fam. Like, this is a real ass family. My mom loves him. My brother loves him.
Dad loves him.
Yeah, like we're a family, and you know, I do wish that the person I am now, I probably could have given to my other past relationships. But I don't know if there's anyone that has ever made me feel as secure to tell my truth without judgment. Yeah. And Monty was that guy, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm married.
Oh, I told y'all they making it hopeful out here for us black color folks.
Oh,
we gonna find somebody.
Yes, you will.
We is gonna find somebody.
I'm about to be calling them for couples counseling.
So listen, we just had a client who was here, a beautiful man, like well equipped, well together.
Put together
and thank you. And he's looking for a partner. He wants to be with someone. He wants that life. He's open to, you know, polyamorous, situations. He's open to that. He just wants love.
What did he say first? He said all they have to have is what?
A voter registration card. Yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I got mine.
But he's a good guy. He works. He takes care of himself. He's building like he's amazing. I don't want to give his age because then people may know who we're talking about. But like he's amazing, and he's looking for love. He's ready, and we've been blessed to inspire a lot of couples, a lot of the famous couples in our community.
Right.
You know, they've come to us, and I'm humbled. I'm so humbled by this. They've come to us and they've said, you know, y'all saved our relationship. You know, we didn't know that we would be able to have an open and honest relationship until we saw y'all. And that makes me happy because like the people who we thought would never, I know they solid. I know they good.
We just had out together.
Yeah, so now they're thriving and we're happy about that.
Y'all stay together.
Yeah.
Definitely happy about that because it's like I said, it's always great to see. Because people think that it can't happen for us. They don't think that it can happen in the community because they're so used to, you know, people being catty and all of these things. And, you know, that's just not the case. You just got to be a firm believer. You just got to pray and stay focused. And trust me, once something is for you, God will let you know that it's for you.
But I think the reason why a lot of the cattiness goes on is because we don't understand ourselves. Mm-hmm. And we're not educated enough about ourselves. And when I say that in the sense of, if we understood our sexuality, we would not try to place heterosexual norms that heterosexuals don't even live by.
Exactly.
On our relationships. You have to go in with an open heart and an open mind. If people would have told me, and I can't give this away yet, but there's something coming, right? If people would have told me that we would have attracted the people that we have attracted into our lives to be a part of our part of our poly family, I would have never believed it. never believe it. But you can't tell. You can tell who they are because every so often you'll see me put like hearts or
or picture
circle with the hearts and the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a giveaway. But if you but seriously, I would have
Come on, giveaway.
These people, you know, and they're crazy about us, and we love them. So.
I love that they're crazy about y'all because we crazy about y'all too as well. With that being said, I definitely want to thank y'all for dropping by tonight because this has been thoroughly amazing, and I'm glad that all it took was for me to get out of my way and actually, you know, like I said, just ask. You could have said no, but I'm glad you said yes because I knew that this was going to be what I wanted and more. Mike and Monty, I definitely want to thank you guys. I love you guys for coming
having us
and doing this and just like thank y'all for dropping these nuggets for the people because I can't wait to drop this and so the folks can see and educate folks that's like you can do it and have a relationship the way that you want to. You have to be vocal. You have to understand you so the person that you're getting with can understand you just as much as you can understand them. And it's a beautiful thing to see. It's such a great thing.
That old Mike had to die. Like seriously, that old Mike had to die. And the thing that was feeding the liar in me was church. So I had to completely disconnect from church altogether, find myself. When I found myself, like you said earlier, I was able to find him. He was walking in the gym. I was on the treadmill, and I saw that ass. And I was like, I don't know who that motherfucker is. I said, okay, fuck that ass. I promise you. And then after I met him, I was like, okay, yeah.
Like that, you got you a real one. That's what I'm talking about.
I do. I really
got you a real one. You really do. I love it.
I'm grateful.
Like, I'm so happy for y'all and thank y'all. You know, y'all want to drop any social media handles and things for the folks, for the girls to come see, follow, connect, you know?
Well, I think mine's already there, but what is yours?
Body by Month.
Body by Month, baby.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Well, Judies, y'all already know how we end this thing and how we always just slide on up out this piece because if you can't kiki with your Judies, then who can you kiki with?
If you can't go to Melanoche, where the hell can you go?
That part. I want to thank you guys for
let's go
tonight. Tonight has definitely been amazing, and Judiee, thank y'all for coming in and shutting it down for us. I hope you guys like this. This was very informative and educational, and we love on y'all because y'all love on us, and we love on y'all, and we just want to say y'all to have an amazing and wonderful night. All right,
y'all keep doing what y'all are doing because this is going to grow. It's going to grow. If you stay consistent, if you stay faithful, if even days you don't want to do it, if you just stay consistent, this thing in a year, you'll be on national television.
Thank you so much because I believe it. That's where I'm going with it. I so believe it. I very appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Have a good 4th of July weekend, and it's been amazing.
Stay forward.
Yes.
Juneteenth.
It's still Juneteenth.
That's what I meant.
Juneteenth. Come on, Juneteenth.
Well, happy barbecue weekend. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, barbecue, because I love some food.
Hey,
come on, barbecue weekend.
Love you guys and have a great night. Bye.
He's free to do, because someone was like, Mike, I understand you filming with a lot of people, but why you let your dude, like, that's supposed to be your pussy, that's to be your ass. And I'm like, let me tell you something. Over here, with the Huffman Herds, it's equal. He can have as much dick as I can have pussy. Like, we don't do that. Like, what if he wants to do something, he can do it. And we